What's going on, you guys? Queen 2, Funny How Love Is. Yeah, I also forgot to mention in the last song, like, how the end, there was like the false end, and then they like played for another 30 seconds or whatever. It sounded really like, it started with that guitar tone, was so much like, reminded me of Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like, wow. I'm still like, you know, because I listen one after the other when I'm doing the full albums. I know that this is the next day for you, but I'm still like, I'm still like processing it. I remember when I always do like it feels like this, like whenever I hear something that's just like, I'm still processing. Like, what did I just hear? That was a lot to just take in at once. I need to hear it again. Wow. Anyways, all right, we're moving on. Funny How Love Is. That's what we're doing. Funny How Love Is was created in the studio. Sounds like all of this was created in the studio practically. Jeez. Mercury wrote it and played the piano while Robin Cable produced. It was produced using the wall of sound technique. This song was never performed live, largely due to demanding high register vocals from Mercury throughout the song. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. Bam. Okay. Ending the Black Queen song. He is way back. It's like you barely get any tone out of it. It's just percussion, basically. Interesting track. Wow. That's a very interesting track. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Interesting. This is a very interesting album. There's a lot happening. And I do feel like I need to really, when I go back and listen to it, listen like all the way through, not like doing videos like this, right? Just listen like straight through. Actually, somebody want to send me the album? Hey, how about somebody sends me the vinyl? I got a mailbox. Somebody send me this vinyl. I don't have it. Yeah. I'll put a link. I'll put a link down there to my Amazon wish list. Somebody surprise me. This is like wild. It's very interesting. It's obviously really cool, and it feels like almost like a pivotal album, like a turning point, like kind of like what it said on the Wikipedia earlier, where it said this is a, what did it say? It said Yeah, mixed critical review. Remains one of the band's lesser known albums, which is interesting. Retained a cult following. That makes sense. Since its release, garnered praise. Okay, but no. The part that I'm thinking about is arguably the heaviest Queen album. That's interesting. But no, the thing that I'm trying to get to, and where was it? The exact intersection between the band's murky metallic beginnings and the absolute pop perfection incarnation of Queen, leather trousers and Formby pistaches. Yeah, that's interesting. But no, there was something else. It was something talking about like this is like the end of their... It's kind of like lumping these two albums, Queen 1 and 2, together and have it being like after this, it's like a new, I don't know, some new era or something like that for them. I suppose it kind of feels that way. Why do they think they think it's a concept album just because they did side white and side black, and also there's so many segues, like they just like the songs just flow into one another, so many of them. I suppose that's probably why. This is a nice song. It's nice. It's mixed totally different than the rest of the album, but at the same time there's no real consistency in mix on the album, period. I would say. It's like it just feels like a giant experiment. It's kind of what this album comes off as for the most part. Like that in some way or another there's experimenting going on. So, but it's cool. It is cool. It's very interesting. I feel like it's an album that would grow on me. Like that's kind of how I feel about it. Like the more you get to know it, the more you get into it and you're like, oh wow, this is really amazing. Especially once you start to know the things that are coming up next, because so much stuff is just like coming at you on this album. It's wild. Yeah, again, it's kind of a lot to take in. Sometimes. Yeah, there are other times and other songs and other parts where it's like, this is more digestible, really. And then there's the loser in the end, which is like the rock and roll standard that's just there, right? It's kind of interesting. All right. Last, closing out the album, we have Seven Seas of Rye, which we got an instrumental on the first album, right? And now they're closing this out, and this was the single, right? Seven Seas of Rye was the single at just under 3 minutes. Wow. All right, we're catching that next. I'll see you then.